Let's talk about using probability and randomness in Ableton Live. One thing that I really like is using random modulation on an echo effect so that the echo keeps changing and morphing. This keeps the affected sound interesting. Place an LFO after the echo effect on the return channel and map the modulation to the feedback. This is one to be a little careful about since feedback on the echo can go above 100% for that dub build-up sound. Next, we're going to repeat the same process but applying modulation to the high-pass filter on the echo. Expand the filter section, then map the LFO modulation to the high-pass frequency. Again, dial in the frequency center point in the echo and then tweak the modulation range until you have something you like the sound of. Now, repeat the process on the low-pass filter. You should now have a nice varying echo effect. But let's take this a step further. Select the echo effect and the LFO effects and group these into an effect track. Right-click on the feedback dial and assign this to Macro 1 knob. Notice that the LFO is still modulating the feedback directly in the effect and not in the macro knob. So click on the X next to the feedback modulation in the LFO and then reassign this to the macro knob for feedback. Now you should see that the modulation is affecting the macro amount, the amount dials being modulated, as well as seeing the center point of the feedback. Repeat the exercise for the high pass and the low pass filters. Now, here's the trick. Assign the depth amount of all three LFOs to a single macro knob, Macro 4. Now you have direct control over how much of the LFO modulation is applied through a single macro knob. So if you want subtle or wild, you only need to reach for a single macro knob.